All I talk is crack, I can get the brick out. Yeah, it's crazy reminiscing every decision I made. Yeah, I was fucked up. I put in the work and never, no nigga can ever just say that I looked up.
What's up, guys? Crack back with another pack. Today we got a quick one. But first I want to give a shout out to Beatrix Kiddo, the plug. You already know what it is. She's the one that got me this information and said, Crack, do this video. It's gonna be epic. I said, let's do it. We wanted to get this to you guys as soon as possible because we haven't heard anybody speak of this so far in this case. Now I'm going to read part of the deposition from the detective Danny Polo and also try to make sense of exactly what I read with some posts and a short video so I can try and make it make sense to you guys. All right, let's get to that now. Line 4. I guess the better question is, if anything has changed from your prior deposition, the witness. Now the witness is Detective Danny Polo. I have not found anything to go against this. If I found anything to go against it, I would state it, such as the original gang name, right? What they were called early on, what they were calling themselves early on, the 40th Ave Army Gang. That's something that I learned between the last deposition and this one. And I have stated it at this point. It doesn't change anything because they were still repping blood. See, what's going on right now is the prosecution is basically trying to build a case to show that Melly was tied into a gang somehow. And the reason why they're doing that, in my opinion, is because they're trying to get Melly to get the death penalty. Again, you have to remember, a lot of this is hearsay. So if you're trying to stretch and get the death penalty, then you're going to have to tie him to an organization and try and take a different organization down with him and show that he was given the word or given an order in order to commit whatever crimes he's commits. So that enhances the murder charge. And that's where 1090J comes in. So I'm going to be doing a video. I'm going to follow up on the God in Us. If you haven't seen his, go watch him. He done something on 1090J first. I want you guys to go check him out. But I'm going to revisit that and I'm going to show you some things that I found within this paperwork that they're trying to connect YNW Melly with. Okay, let's move on now. Line 17, question. Has, in your opinion, Melly authorized any communication for the commission of a crime? Okay, what they're trying to do here is they're trying to paint Melly to be in a gang. Okay, so like on the East Coast, they have the blood sets, et cetera, right? So over there, they have a pecking order. It may be someone at the top, someone at the bottom. On the West Coast, you're just in the gang and you're just getting your stripes on the street, right? Same as out there, but it's a little bit more organized within the order. And they're trying to put Melly in the order to see if he was in a position, I would say, to be able to call a certain hit or a certain deal or whatever, because that usually goes within a pecking order. I just want to make that clear so everybody knows. Okay, now this is the part that I really want you guys to pay attention to, because this is the part that stood out to me. Okay, let's move on. Line 19, answer, yes. If you read his phone, the narcotics trafficking, firearms violations, authorizing the killing of his mother. Let me read that again. Yes, if you read the phone, the narcotics trafficking, firearms violations, authorizing the killing of his mother. Those are the things you would consider authorizing. Authorized a hit on his mother. So this is the reason the police initially said the phone was the most damaging evidence that Track turned in. If y'all remember that. It really don't matter if he turned it in or not. I mean, shit, they was going to get the information eventually through the phone forensics. But I mean, in my opinion, this just speeded up the process because we're actually still waiting on Sack Chasers and Juvie's phone records as we speak. I just read in the document. So this kind of speeded up the process, right? There's 289,000 pages he still has to go through. And that's just a fraction of the phone. So the deposition is in a recess, giving the detective more time to complete the investigation of the phone. So I say all that to say this. If they had the phone all this time and this kind of information is coming out of the phone and they still have 289,000 pages within that phone to go through, there's no telling what could be in that phone. I mean, we all know how rappers do. They take their phone everywhere, they hit live. And I always say this in all my videos to you young dudes, you got to be careful about what's going on with what you recording on your phone, because, I mean, people are going to jail. We're now seeing people going to jail and people actually, this stuff being brought up in their paperwork. So you got to be careful again. We're going to move on from this part and continue on with the end of Detective Polo's deposition. Okay, let's do that now. Line 23, question. Is there physical evidence to identify him as a criminal gang member? Answer. His phone, social media accounts, songs, YouTube accounts, videos that he posted. So you see my point. Again, this is why the phone is so important. Once I read the deposition, it got me thinking, what kind of relationship did Melly and his mom really have? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I couldn't understand how Melly would even give the authorization to kill his mother or any young man, period. I just couldn't see that. So what I did was I went back and I listened to the audio with him and Track again. I want to play a little bit of that audio because I think I found some things, and plus there's some stuff in there that was said that I would just want to point out of kind of like how the relationship was and the reasons why I believe maybe this could have happened, because I mean, the detective seen something in this phone that made him feel like they wanted to put a hit on his mom or authorize the murder of his mother. So I'm going to play a little bit of that. We're going to come back and talk about it in a minute, but I want you to pay attention to the ending part of this video, because I'm having a little bit of difficulty trying to figure out what he was saying. I could be wrong, but I want you to listen to the whole thing, but listen to the ending part also. And we're going to come back and talk about it in a second. All right, let's get to that now. What's up, guys? Right now, we're going to take a brief intermission. Tell you to subscribe. We're trying to get our subscribers up. We're getting a lot of watch time. People aren't subscribing, so we want to try to get our subscribers up. And follow us at AudioCrack22 on all platforms. Thank you.
You know how I'm coming about you, bro.
Go ahead, Melly.
Okay. Yeah, man, listen. Everybody who entertaining that shit or whatever going on, bro, that is not what it is, bro. My mama be lying. My mama got anxiety issues. Her ass tripping, bro. You know what I'm saying? She feels some type of way because she feel like my brother's supposed to be bigger or whatever, bro. Nobody, my brother on no money. If you fucking my brother on money, that mean I'm fucking my brother on money, and I never do that to my little brother, bro. We split the same percentage on my little brother. That don't make no sense, bro. My mama be tripping, complaining, and lying. She been lying for a while now, bro. That's what's been going on. You know what I'm saying? Nigga can't take nothing from 100K. Nigga can't take nothing from that. Nigga can't just say, oh, if it wasn't from Melly, this wouldn't be nothing. Bro started this ground up. Me and bro started this together, bro. At the end of the day, bro built the whole empire while I was down, bro. You get what I'm saying? And bro standing on that shit, bro. This is a nigga who been holding it down, bro. Over all of my finances, over everything, bro. We go over all my shit monthly. Ain't no dime missing. Ain't no dime missing from my brother. Ain't none of that shit going on, bro. This is the nigga that been holding it down day for day, picking the phone up. The only person I got that I can really depend on. I can't depend on my mama. I can't depend on nobody else, bro. You get what I'm saying? That shit just come with jealousy and enviness, bro. I don't even know who my mama is right now. You get what I'm saying? Y'all don't believe none of that shit. It's been 3 years. I never said no shit like this. I'm breaking my silence. I really wanted to wait till I got out so a bitch could really see what it is.
I could be reaching y'all, but at the end, did Melly say he was waiting to get out to see would it be really, is he referring to his mom? Like, I don't know, but I feel like there's a lot of animosity there between him and his mom for whatever reason. I mean, we all heard the many rumors and allegations involving his mom. I mean, we have to be honest and say that, but that's still his mom's though. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's when I pulled up the post 100K Track made, and the first line kind of told me everything, because again, the reason why I brought the video up and played it was to show just, you know, you're behind bars and you still disrespecting, you know, I don't care what your mom did, bro. Like when you do something like that, it shows that if you was out, what would you do further? I'm not saying that he did anything. I'm going by what the paperwork is saying, and they're saying they found an allegation similar to putting a hit out on his mom, or giving the authorization, or giving the call, or giving the go, whatever you want to call it, on his mom. And I couldn't believe that. So again, that's the reason why I played that the video, to actually show you guys there is something going on there, along with all of the rumors and things of that nature. So now let's move on to 100K Track and his post to Melly's mom. All right, let's get to that now. 100K Track at Jamie K YNW. I know there's no real bone in your body, but since you want to call jgreen and lie, let's talk about it. Like I said, that first line told me everything. I mean, why you pressing his mom like that? That's what I don't understand. This man is fighting for his life and you pressing his mom over some YouTube shit stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, but y'all, I gotta be honest. Like, think about this. The only way you doing that is if you feel like you can do that. You feel me? Like, ain't no real man doing that unless he could do that in front of the son, the uncle, and all that. So he feel like he can do that. So that's why I'm just trying to show you guys there is a disdain within the YNW camp and his mother. So when I read what Detective Polo says, he saw in Melly's phone, one has to think like, damn, was you really gonna try to pull that off, bro? Like, was you really gonna try and do that to your own flesh and blood? Also, when you take into the fact the crime that he's being accused of on his two best friends, it kind of makes you think, is this true? Was this in the works unknowingly to his mom? I'd definitely like to know exactly how Melly authorized this situation, because I just don't see a young man trying to get his mother killed. But again, these days, you never know. I mean, it's wild out here. Now, I'm going to leave you with this. I truly believe the court will definitely be revisiting this situation as they continue with the phone forensics. So I'll definitely pick up where I left off when that time comes. So y'all got to talk to me now. Tell me how y'all feel. Do y'all feel like Melly was trying to do something to his mom for maybe some of the rumors that's been swirling around the internet? Or do you think Melly had a good relationship with his mom and they may be reading something wrong within that phone? Get in the comments. You know, I answer every comment. I look forward to answering the comments. I look forward to y'all picking my brain and trying to figure it out. You know, we just going by what we see here and trying to create a logical narrative based off of a fact. The fact is the paperwork. The logical narrative is reading through and knowing what you're talking about and making an assumption or trying to give a great opinion, a logical opinion off of a fact, because these are facts that's coming out. So leave your thoughts and your opinions, and we can dialogue through that way, through the comments. Until next time.
All I talk is crack, I can get the brick out. Yeah, it's crazy reminiscing every decision I made. Yeah, I was fucked up. I put in the work and never, no nigga can ever just say that I looked up.